Hey, what's up, everyone? Morey, Croson here, and today we're going to be doing a breakdown on Jacious Sears. She is now the world-leading 100-meter runner with a 10:77. She just did this past weekend at the Tom Jones Invitational, something that was a big accomplishment. Obviously, she's still in college, and I just want to go over some of the main things that I think she did well. Also talk about if she is somebody that can potentially be in contention with some of the most elite sprinters in the world, because as we know, the big three from Jamaica have not run yet so far this year, as well as sha'carri Richardson. So there's a few women that still haven't competed and got times out there to really showcase their skills. Big thing that stood out to me with Jacious Sears is she does a really good job of being able to generate a lot of horizontal force. She's really reaching out as she's going through these steps here. I thought it would be an interesting thing to be able to see just how many steps she ended up taking, because we know that some of the elite sprinters are running closer to like 49 to 50 steps when it comes to the 100. So in my opinion, in order for her to be able to really have a great chance of being able to compete with some of these high-level women, she'd have to be running in that same type of range. And when looking at it, she is closer to about 51 steps, maybe even a little bit more than 51 steps. So that kind of gives us an idea of just how good she is overall. I mean, obviously, 51 steps does a lot in telling us how she is amongst the elite. But I think that she's still a little bit behind some of those really high-level women, you know, just talking about Shericka Jackson, sha'carri Richardson, Elaine Thompson. You know, they're all in the 50 to 49 step range when it comes to running the 100. So to be able to beat them or be able to compete with them, she's going to have to be in that same level there. In terms of her stride length, I mean, we can still see she's getting good stride length here. She might be able to benefit by getting a little bit better on the front side mechanics. It looks like her foot strike, she's landing at 86 and then off it at 96. So she's about, you know, a little bit under that. She landed a little bit after it, the 86. So she's under 0.1 in terms of foot contact time. One of the things that stands out with, again, sha'carri Richardson is she's running, you know, really under 0.08 a lot of times in the foot contact time. And so that really stands out when watching her. So with Jacious Sears, she's going to want to be able to improve, to me, the ability to really maximize the front side mechanics. I think that her foot strike, the time that the foot's on the ground is not bad. You know, it's definitely, she's doing a great job being able to get a good push off. She could maybe even benefit from having a little bit more time spent on the ground. But really, when we're breaking it down here, that's not the bigger thing. It's just going to be being able to really maximize the front side mechanics. As much as she does a really good job of reaching here, she could also maybe do a little bit better job of landing a little bit taller. She's landing with a pretty bent knee position here within the stride, where if you can get a little bit taller at foot strike, that will help in being able to get a little bit more distance per step, you know, because that's really the big thing here when you're looking at it. I mean, 10:77, obviously a great time. Obviously going to be somebody that is elite in a lot of forms. So I don't want to make it seem like, you know, what she's doing is incorrect, right? Because she's obviously running amongst some of the best. She's the world leader right now in terms of the 100-meter best time so far in 2024. So we do want to have a better understanding, though, of what is it that's going to help you get to the next level. What can you do to be able to get to the next level? And a big thing with this, to me, would be maximizing her distance per step. How do you get better distance per step? One's going to be landing with a little bit more straight knee. Another thing is going to be being able to maximize those front side mechanics. So as she's coming through, really getting good extension with the knee a little bit higher up in comparison to dropping that knee so quickly. She does a not bad job on the right side. Left side, she really starts to drop that knee a little bit too quickly. And I think that's really impacting her ability to run as tall as possible, cover as much distance as possible, and therefore be able to run in those elite times in maybe a consistent sub 10.8 and potentially even getting below 10.7 within her sprinting form. This is with a wind 1.6 plus 1.6 wind. So, you know, it was helping her get through the race quicker. Or helping her get less steps within the race, and she was still at about 51 steps. So, again, that's definitely going to be a big focus to me of what she wants to be able to work on, and something that I think really differentiates her from the elite sprinters on the women's side. So, if you like the information, click that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. What do you think of Jacious Sears and her 1077? Do you think that she can really compete in the Olympics or potentially be the #1 sprinter coming out of the USA, being able to beat Sha'carri Richardson? Or do you think that this is kind of not necessarily a fluke, but do you think this is kind of a one-off thing that she's going to easily get passed up by some of these other women in the USA as well as on the world stage? So we'd love to hear that in the comments down below. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk to you soon.